Well guys, we are just about to leave home for the start of the winter ticket. Yeah, I was lucky enough to be offered a winter ticket down on Redlands Farm, and today's going to be my first session. It's been open now for winter tickets for about a week, and yeah, we're going to go and do our 48-hour session from 9 o'clock this morning till 9 o'clock Tuesday morning. Yeah, fingers crossed there'll be a few about, and we've managed to get in amongst them. I know it's done a few good 30 commons the last week or two, so yeah, fingers crossed. Right, I shall see you on the bank soon. Well guys, we are here. Yeah, the start of the winter ticket. I'm actually over in that corner in front of the camera now. I've seen a couple from the car park, so that area over there is looking good at the moment. I've not seen a fish anywhere else, but seen two over there, so yeah. Looks lovely. Right, let's have a wander, find a swim. Well guys, definitely found them. Yeah, I've come round to actually where I was last time. I think it's back in September. And I know it's really deep in this margin, round to the right, because I plumbed it when I was here last. And yeah, I've seen four now, and this right close in this corner. It seems like a good place to start. So yeah, we're going to go for it. I'll put the mat down in that corner. Yeah, and we'll see how it goes. But it's going to be interesting because they've changed the layout of the swim now, and I've not got any stage stands with me, so I'm going to have to muster up something to get my sticks in, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully I'll be able to use a storm pole on the front one, and use a bank stick on the back. But yeah, it definitely seems like a place to start. And that close, I shouldn't even have to cast. I might even get the scoop out. But yeah, we'll see. Fingers crossed. We'll be in for one or two. Time will tell. Let's go and get the gear. Right, just about to get the rods out. I'm going to put one round in the bay to my right. Seen quite a few fish there. It's been a real nice one actually, just head and shoulders right in the margin there. So yeah, all three rods are ready, ready to whack out. I'm going to go softly at the minute. Just spoke to two guys that have just been on for 48 hours. One of them blanked and the other one had 3 bites. Landed a couple of small ones. So yeah, I'm going to go softly at the minute. If I feel the need, I'll put some bait out later on tonight. Yeah, at the moment we're going to go with a pink pop-up on a Ronnie rig, and a wafter tipped with maggots, and an ASM white wafter trimmed down, just on a small bag. Literally all going to be fished with bags, apart from the pink pop-up, 12mm pink pop. I'm going to fish it on its own, just out there on its own. See anything show, then I'll put just keep moving it about and see if we can buy our first bite. Yeah, right, let's get to it. Let's get a rod out. There they are guys, all ready to go. Yeah, let's get them out there. Well, I've got to say, guys, that I've been waiting for this. Really been looking forward to this. Prospects of the old winter ticket here down at Redlands. Got some lovely fish in here. Yeah, all the rods are settled now, and yeah, there's a few fish about, that's for sure. I've just repositioned right hand rod already and added a liner on it. Certainly a few dancing around that bay. But yeah, at the moment, I don't know what I'm going to do for the night yet. I don't know whether to put some bait out or what. The thing is, you never actually know what's been going on before you arrive. You know, how much bait's been going in, this, that and the other. But yeah, but I do think I'll be putting some a bit of bait over 1 or 2 rods tonight at least. I think the bay rod where there seems to be most fish at the moment, I should probably just fish bags. Just try and buy a bite rather than go in all guns blazing and risk spooking them out of the bay. But, yeah, there's certainly a few moving about. It's looking really good. Yeah, at the moment I've got, as I mentioned earlier, a pop up on one, a wafter tip with maggots on the other, and a trimmed down wafter on the other. So yeah, just wait development. Still early in the session, got about 40 hours to go. A bit longer than that actually, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. 2 nights ahead of us. We'll see what occurs. Brother's coming round in a minute, have a cup of tea. And yeah. It's looking good, feels lovely as well. It's going to be mild. It's mild now, it's about 13 degrees now, but it's going to be, the 2 nights I'm here, it's going to be 7 and 8. So yeah, temperature's still staying up, which is good. Hello, bleep again on that rod. So yeah, it's not to say it's looking good, and there's a lot of the fish are still moving. Which, you know, from experience these days, for the weather we have it pretty mild now, right up until Christmas and just after. You know, the lakes don't actually start slowing up or shutting up shop at all until about January, so through to about the end of February. But it used to happen, you know, a few years ago. It used to happen a bit earlier than that, but it's not the case anymore. Yeah, it's looking good. It is looking good. Well guys, looks like it's going to be a race against the clock this evening. Had one of them afternoons where we've all had it, where everything you touch goes wrong. Yeah, hence behind me, it's an absolute chaos in there. There's buckets and rigs and all sorts everywhere. Yeah, it's not gone to plan, to say the least. But we'll get the last rod sorted out. Got 2 I'm happy with. Yeah, it's been not much weight, not much signs in fish feeding today. Little bit of fizzing, plenty of fish showing. But yeah, typically in my wisdom, I've left my zig gear at home. But yeah, I'm sure we can rustle up something if we feel we need to tomorrow daytime. But there's definitely been, you know, odd, you know. There's been a few on the top today. Yeah, cruising about, bow waving through, which is, yeah. But anyway, we'll race against time. We'll I think we've put a solid bag out on one short rig. Like I say, the last two guys that were here had a tough time with it, so yeah, we'll work on just buying a bite at the moment and then go from there. Well guys, as you can see, it's getting dark. Yeah, I've just managed to get the last rod out. Yeah, just put that one out in a solid bag in a general area of just this side of the breeze line. General area where I've seen a few during the day. The odd one's been out there. Got one on the entrance of the bay and then one in the bay. Yeah, seen a few shows today, that's for sure. Fingers crossed we can buy a bite tonight. I should sit up quite late. Having fished this time of year a lot, I know that generally in the dark hours they show more this time of year. When you've got your 14 odd hours of darkness, they definitely show more in the dark. Or they do on most, you know, nearly every other water I fish they do. So yeah, fingers crossed for a bite tonight. Like I say, it's feels good, nice and mild. But the clarity of the water when I was here in September was obviously a lot dirtier. You can tell that the fish are slowing up a little bit because it's going quite clear now. But yeah, I'm sure there's a bite or two in it. We keep ringing the changes until we find what's going to get us that bite. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen after dark. I'll keep you updated as and when anything happens. Well, good evening guys. We're in the first evening, very late evening. It's about midnight, and yeah, we're off the mark. Repositioned a rod about, must have been around about 8 o'clock this evening. I could hear them crashing, they sounded closer to the margin, so yeah, I repositioned it, and yeah, it's just gone off. We've got one in the net. Looks like a 20+ mirror, so yeah, have a quick cup of tea and sort her out, get her photographed. Good times. Well guys, right result on the first night of my winter ticket. First bite, first fish. There she is, 21.6. Yeah, that'll do for a start. Very nice. there's the other side. She's very angry, so we're going to get her back. Yeah, well pleased with that. What a start. That'll do nicely. Right guys, catch up with you in a bit. Well, good morning all. Other than that bite at 1:45 last night, it was one of them nights really of yeah, all show and no go. There was a lot of fish show, but only the one bite. I've been up now since first light and I haven't seen a fish show, so yeah. I don't know if they've moved out of the bay that's to my right. There's quite a few in there last night. We should have to wait and see. I did have a liner just before first light on that on the rod in the bay, but yeah, not seen any signs of carp as yet. Still got around about 26-27 hours of the session to go. Fingers crossed there's another one or two in it. But yeah, I'm pleased to be off the mark. Other than a lot of movement from the wildlife this morning, there's not a lot to go on. One thing's for sure, with being that flat out there, if something does move, yeah, there's one. There's one. Up the middle of the lake, right up there. Yeah, that's the first one. Well, there we go guys, we're going to give that a try. We all forget the old school bottom bait fishing these days. You know, we all tend to fish wafters and pop-ups and what have you, but no, let's give that a go. Well guys, yeah, it's a bit of a tricky session really. Definitely one of them sessions where it's all show and no go. Yeah, even today I've seen not as many as yesterday, but I see a real big fish in that bay, mid to upper 30. Sort of half his body come out. And he's facing away from me, and I've got a good view across his back, and he's big common. But yeah, though they're showing, they're definitely not going down. There's very few signs of any fizzing and that out there. And yeah, when I get home, I'm going to separate my zig equipment from my floater fishing equipment, because I took my floater bag box out and it's got all my zig gear in there, so that's not ideal. But I won't make that mistake again. Hi ho, could be worse, I could be blanking, so yeah, you might have to wait if we're going to get another bite. I think it's going to be after dark. But yeah, at the moment I'm just getting some rigs sorted out, so I'm ready for this evening. Just tying up a few more slip Ds. Yeah, I definitely don't think it's bait they want, that's for sure. But getting a little bag, I think, in amongst them, and just hope that one drops, because yeah, it's very few signs of any feeding fish. But at least we can, you know, at least we've got something to look at when we're sat here, because they're still showing well. A bit cooler today. It's meant to be about 12, 13. It's actually about 9. Yeah, it's meant to be dropping down a little bit more tonight. It's going to be 6 tonight. I think if they're out there in numbers like they were last night, we might get another chance. I'm now convinced, guys, that we're going to have to wait for dark hours for something to happen. Yeah, been a few little ones show today, but well, sorry, not today, this afternoon. Real good and showed earlier, as I mentioned. But yeah, no action. Whether that'll change in the dark hours, who knows? It can do this time of year. Yeah, but that knackered staring at the water, I actually had an hour's sleep. It's, yeah, there weren't a lot else to do. I'm very happy with where the rods are at the moment. I'm not even gonna move them until after dark if something you know, if a chance arises, I will move them. But yeah, I'm happy with them at the moment. I've got 2 rods now in the bay to my right now, after seeing that big common this morning. And like I say, at the moment I'm gonna keep it that way. But who knows after dark, you know, if any amount of fish show in a different area, I'll move it. It's alright, it's only a swan. Swan being a pain. But yeah, there's no doubt, I think if I had my Zig kit with me, that's what I'd be changing to on one rod without a doubt. Without a doubt. I'm spending a lot of time bouncing about, so up in the layers. I did see a couple cruising under the surface again earlier, which is just shows they will swim wherever they're comfortable. I'm convinced there's another bite, you know. Just have to wait and see where it's going to come from. Like last night, I did move the rod last night and bought a bite, so yeah, it might be the case of having to do that again. Another one just showing out to my left out there. Yeah. Time to tell, time to tell. Well, I'll catch up with you in a bit, guys. Hopefully with a fish on the bank. There he is, Mr. Redbreast, coming for his evening meal. Well guys, I must be honest, it's hard work at the minute. Been a few showing though, after dark again, which has made me reposition 2 of the rods. Yeah. Kept one on a bottom bait, put one on a white ASM wafter and one on a yellow trimmed down. Yeah, just with bags of crumb. Yeah, try that. As I say, there's loads showing, but there's very little signs of feeding, no fizzing or anything like that today. So yeah, not down this end anyway. I understand that the guy said there were a few fish moving down the other end and they were fizzing, but they couldn't bite either. So yeah, fingers crossed something will occur. I'll keep you posted if it does. Morning all. Well, it's been a struggle to say the least. I'm just getting ready to pack up now. Yeah, they carried on jumping about all night, but just couldn't buy a bite. Yeah, it's been tough. Got another up and coming trip in a few days with my brother as well, and at the moment I've got a few ideas on how to come back and attack it, but yeah, we'll have to see. I've just repositioned one of my rods and put a stone on the spool because I've actually just seen a little bit of fizzing. Yeah, which has been rare the last couple of days. But still, could be worse. Could be going home on a blank. We haven't blanked, we've caught one. But yeah, it's been a struggle the last few days, that's for sure. Yeah. Still, I prefer it when you have to think. Yeah. One thing's for sure, if they ain't feeding, you can't catch them. So we'll be back Friday. It's Tuesday now, so we should hopefully be back Friday if we can get booked on. Right, unless one of the rods goes off, guys, before I go, that's going to be it. Another one just showed out there. Just luck, just all show and no go. It really is. But yeah. Well, I hope you like the video, guys. If you do, give us a thumbs up. Think about subscribing, and we'll see you on the next one for the second part of the winter ticket. By all means, follow me, Adam Carp Honeyset on Instagram or Adam Honeyset on Facebook, and I'll see you on the bank soon. All the best. Thanks for watching.